So there's an issue with Sonic right now that I want to talk about that probably has been talked about a bunch, but as of recently, I've just been thinking about it a lot more. The Sonic series is kind of struggling with its accessibility. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the classic games and the modern games, for the most part, those are fine. You have them with you got the classic games. You got one, CD, two, and three and Knuckles, all in Sonic Origins, which is not that experience. It's not a bad deal. It's not expensive. I mean, it's not that bad of a deal to buy it at full price, but it frequently does go on sale. And I think it got a price drop too. You have Mania, which is relatively cheap in the first place. So, and is on modern storefronts. That's the important part. It's every modern storefront: PC, Switch 1 and 2, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X. Those are all, when I say modern storefronts, those are what I'm talking about. Mania is on every modern storefront. It's very easily accessible. It probably does not take a lot to run on a lower end laptop. I haven't tried Mania on my laptop yet, but that's besides the point. I'll get back to that later. Then we get to Sonic Superstars, which is also on all of those modern storefronts. So those are the classic games, right? The classic games are fine. When we get to stuff like Adventure 1, 2, Heroes, and everything in like the 2000s era to Sonic, from like Sonic Adventure to Sonic Unleashed, none of those games are on modern storefronts, and I think that is a massive issue with this series right now. Especially now that it has more eyes on it than pretty much any point than when it was at its peak in the 90s. I don't think we're going to be topping that anytime soon. But I that's my issue right now. I think it's very foolish to have Adventure 1 and 2 on Steam, but not like have them on like PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X, Xbox One stores when they were on the PlayStation 3 marketplace and the Xbox One store. I mean, not one, 360 store. I don't know why they haven't just ported that over, or just like or just brought that over to the store. It shouldn't really be that hard to do, especially if they are on Steam. And even then, people might not have a laptop or PC, or even if they do, who's to say it can run these games? Who's to say that their low-end laptop is able to run Adventure 1 or Adventure 2? And Heroes has not seen a re-release at all. It's still like PS2 GameCube. It's still trapped there. Stuff like Rush and Advanced are still trapped on the handhelds that they released on, which I I understand for Rush because they took advantage of both screens with that game, and it would be a little hard to do that without completely remaking the game ground up. So Rush, I kind of understand. I don't understand why the Advance series just has not been brought over. The Game Boy Advance had one screen. The games probably don't take that much power to run. They could easily port them over to like PC, every modern storefront, like I said earlier. PC, Switch 1, Switch 2, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X. They should be able to, like, they should just be on there. This also goes for stuff like, Sonic Unleashed as well. Unleashed is one that I'm still surprised that has not gotten, like, a modern remaster or, like, re-release on, like, modern consoles. Stuff like Secret Rings and Black Knight I understand because, like, hey, Wii exclusives that actively used motion controls, so I kind of understand those. But most controllers secret rings wouldn't be a problem because most modern controllers have gyros in them anyway. Or you could just, I don't know, like not make the motion controls a huge thing, the main point, which is probably the worst part about both of those games, if you ask me. But that's a discussion for another day. It wouldn't be that hard to do, really. I don't think there's fan projects that are doing it right now. Excuse me, like Project Reignition and Unleashed Recompiled. But again, those still aren't accessible to people who don't have semi-decent PCs or are stuck on using like really crappy laptops, sort of like me. So it's like the fan base is very passionate about these things, but they're still just a huge part of the fan base. Most of the fan base, actually, that's just alienated because they don't have a PC or a laptop, and even if they do, it could be good enough to run Recompiled or try Project Reignition or other fan projects that are like re-releases of older, like the 2000s era games, like Rerush and stuff like that. So my thing is, just why hasn't Sega done at least Adventure 1 and 2 onto like the modern storefronts, right? Like, I think those two are the most important games to bring over for a modern, for like the new audience. They are, both of those, especially Adventure 1, is essentially turning points in Sonic's history and style. It's because of those two, this is sort of why the series is what it is today, almost. Even stuff like 06, which I don't really want on the storefronts. I think it should just outright get a remake one day. But again, I don't understand why Adventure 1 and 2 are already on Steam and just not like easily accessible to people on like consoles right now. Unless you use the PS3 marketplace, which I think they put it back up. I'm not sure. I don't own a PS3 anymore. And the Xbox marketplace is completely just shut down for the 360. So it's like, why not just have these games over on the more modern hardware for people who don't have these things and don't have access to them? That's my main gripe. That's why I'm thinking the series at the moment is a bit inaccessible. And even then, like stuff like Lost World got PC releases, which is the weirdest choice for a Sonic game to get a re-release. Why Lost World? People didn't really like that one. But that happened a long time ago. I have to say it's a really weird problem that only Sonic has right now. Mario does not have this problem. Like, Galaxy 1 and 2 are kind of integral, in my opinion, Mario experiences. And Nintendo knows that. Those two are some of the highest rated 3D platformers of all time. And they have re-releases on Switch 1 and 2. Grossly overpriced, mind you. But at the end of the day, they still have re-releases. And even then, most of Mario's catalog is available on Switch right now. NSO, you have the classic games. You got Mario Bros. 1, 2, Lost Levels, 3. You got the RPGs on the Game Boy one. You got Superstar Saga for Nintendo Online Game Boy. You got, there's not a DS one yet, so there's still a few games out of the Mario tenure that are missing on Switch. But thing is, most of them are. With Sonic, we have just the classic era. We have the classic era through a collection and 2 modern classic games: Sonic Colors Ultimate, Sonic X Shadow Generations, and Sonic Frontiers. That is a total of 6 Sonic games. Actually, wait, no, I forgot Forces. That is a total of 7 Sonic games. When this series has way more, there is that many. What? Adventure 1, Adventure 2, Heroes. What? Secret Rings, Black Knight, Unleashed. And if I count 06, that's still 7 games out of the series that are just missing. That's not counting Rush. That's not counting Riders. That's not counting like Shuffle. Not counting like the spin-offs. Just mainline stuff. Sonic is missing. A lot of it is missing from the new players who deserve the chance to have these experiences. Again, Mario doesn't have this problem to this degree. Even Sunshine is on Switch through the All-Star Collection, which I'm pretty sure you can buy the All-Star Collection on the eShop now. And if not, I think it's on the GameCube NSO. I don't know. I don't own a Switch 2 yet. But anyways, Mario, this problem is now nowhere near as big. It's nowhere near as big. It's just this big with Sonic, and I don't understand why Sega hasn't done it. Hopefully, these problems are alleviated in the rumored upcoming Sonic Central. But number one, we don't know if Sonic Central is happening next month. And number two, there's no real guarantee that even if it does happen, they'll do that. Even for the 35th, actually, anniversary. So, hey man, that's all I got for today. I will see you guys later. Be sure to subscribe and like the video. At 100 subscribers, I will be reading a fan fiction that I wrote in 7th grade. So, hopefully we get there. We're at like 66 right now. I'll see you guys later. Bye.